Welcome back in the room, everybody. Welcome back to the 30-day identity shift challenge. So glad to have you back in the room. It is elated. We are now in day 15. Can you give yourself a round of applause? Because I know I will, because this is the time where we know that we have pivoted. We have now crossed the mark. Come on, we are halfway done. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. For those who are coming in and you're wanting to go ahead and be positioned, grab your pen, grab your notepad, and most importantly, share this to about 10 of your peers, your friends, your family members. And if your case you're wondering who I am Ruth McCracken, the founder of Promote Yourself. I help inspired professionals and to executive professionals and entrepreneurs attract 6 to 7 figures, including godly principles. But in order to do that, you have to shift your identity. That's why we're here. We're here for the 30-day identity shift. Let's go ahead and invite folks in. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right in because I am super excited and filled with so much transformational juice that is going to go ahead and flow through this live with me. Let's go ahead and bombard the live with the hearts and let me know that you are presently here with me so that I can know that we're in the same rhythm. So let's go ahead and come on in. I like for us to be on the same page and on one accord. So great day, everybody. Welcome to week three of our 30-day identity shift challenge. Today, we're entering a new season. I like to call it that. I like to call it it's a new season. It's a new day. Yes, indeed, because we have now went over the halfway mark. Come on in, Abby. Let's go ahead and just bombard the whole thing because I believe that God is the number one what algorithm disruptor. So the first week was about awareness for those who are coming in. We're now in week 3. The first week was about awareness. The second week was about disrupting old patterns. In order for us to start gravitating or magnetizing those promotions, being able to pivot, be able to communicate effectively, you have to remove some old behaviors, some old habits. And we broke that down really nice. And if you missed it, don't be like, man, I missed week 1 and week 2. Guess what? It's somewhere on this link, somewhere on this page, or you can look in the link in the bio and go back and catch up. Say it's my catch up season because I want you to know that you're in position to check your posture, check your alignment. And then finally, we're now in the week is about alignment, which is the perfect timing because some of us are out of center. Some of us are out of center, and that's all right because this is the time where you're going to get back into the center. Say, I'm getting back into the center, Ruth. I want to get back because once you know who you are, no longer becoming. That's powerful. You know that I no longer want to live in the past version of me. I no longer want to think that doubt is my master. When I know that I believe that money is my servant. I believe that I am the command center. Once you decide and make it aware and you become in alignment of what the power of your mouth contains, gosh, when you know the power of what your mouth contains, it moves mountains. So you have the intention, you have to be intentional. You have to intentionally decide who you are becoming. Who are you becoming this week? We started off this week on a right foot, and we want to continue to be marching on the right foot. Come on, somebody. So let me ask you something. As you're coming in, let's go ahead and hit the live. Let's go ahead and join the room. The room is a safe space. This is our 30-day identity shift challenge. Come on in because this is the time where we're going to go and really take a petition and bombard heavenly places. Because here's the truth. If you look in the natural and you're wondering, why am I still in the same frame? I'm in the same loop of not enough. I'm in the same bus that's been going down the same road for the last 3 years, 5 years, whether it be in your job, whether it be in your workplace, whether it be in your business, perhaps maybe in the same community. Why am I in the same community? Why am I in the same environment? You're in the right room because we're going to disrupt it. We are disrupted soldiers. We no longer have to choose lack. We no longer have to be captive in a poverty mindset. because you know why? The system is working. Identity shift is to go ahead and remove the mold, because the mold is there to deteriorate you. It's there to keep you in bondage. It's there to keep you thinking that I'm okay. I'm fixated on only believing that I'm only going to be making $50,000 a year. When the Father that I know, when the Ruach that blows fresh wind in me every day, is saying that you have a large sum of income, a large sum of access to so much limited income and riches. Riches follows my rhythm. Riches is in my command. I am in rhythm of riches. I walk in room and riches follows me. I walk in interviews and there's the negotiation pattern releases because my compensation plan was already declared before I even entered the room. Are you catching this? So if you've been applying for 30 applications, 60 applications, 100 applications, and you're wondering, where is my job offer? Check your identity. It's not a job application issue. It's an identity shifting issue. And that is why you're in this room. So I want to ask you a question. How many of you are praying for a promotion, a leadership role? How many of you are praying for more clients? Put me in the comments. Maybe a business breakthrough. Yes. Maybe a new career opportunity. You no longer want to be in sales or perhaps in finance. This week, you're going to, I declare with you, Tina. This week, I declare with you, Kat, that you're going to go ahead and remove the veil and you're going to open up your mouth. Your mouth is your secret weapon. Do you agree? Touch and agree with me. Your mouth is your command center. It shifts atmospheres. It shifts environments. The Father that I know created this whole universe in 7 days. So what if you woke up today and decide to leverage and put some ammunition to your mouth? The ammunition is the right words. Sentences create salaries. Yes, the right sentences, that is, Michael. Now, let me ask you this. If all that happened tomorrow, the career opportunity, the promotions, a business breakthrough, a leadership role, greater confidence, Raquan, would your current habits support it? The current habits that you have now, would that support those opportunities that you're craving for? Take a moment and think about it. Put it in the comments. What habit do I need to remove in order to champion the identity that's going to allure or attract that money bag, that money increase in my promotion that I'm going to be receiving in the next 90 days or even in the next 7 days? Come on. We have to know how to shift and remove old habits. I want us to clear something up. Let's clear something up. How many of you all already? How many of you all know that the identity that brought you to where you are today in your business, that brought you to where you are today in your career, cannot be the same identity that's going to carry out the mantle to getting you to your higher senior VP role or getting you to that senior manager role? In order to even see that, you have to shift your posture. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, what exactly is limiting me? What is exactly holding me back? What type of fear factor have I been walking into consciously and maybe unconsciously? Maybe you're not aware of it. That's why you're here in this room, because I want you to make you aware of it. You understand? Because Brenda, if you're not aware of what's keeping you hostage, what's keeping you in bondage in order to be attractable to your new higher version of yourself, Just what if? What if you were able to? Because people often say, I'm trying to attract success, Ruth. I'm trying to attract promotion. I am even trying to attract executive leadership roles. Welcome in the room, loving me. Ken Patrick, you're in the right room. Naomi, I'm telling you right now, if you stick with me to the end, you will understand that the 30-day identity shift challenge is a muscle. It's going to break every part of you that no longer serves you. And that includes people in your proximity. But in order to do that, we have to go ahead and look under the hood. Welcome into the 30-day identity shift challenge to manifest wealth. In order to manifest wealth, you got to be able to address some of the clunkiness that's been keeping you back. It's not even the fact that you have applied to 100 applications in the last 60 days. It's the fact that we have not taken the time and the authority to open up our mouth and say, the moment I apply to this role, the moment I apply to 5 roles in this hour, I am going to command heavenly spiritual realms, the heavenly places, the power behind spiritualness. If you do not comprehend that, stick with me. I'm going to break the veil. I'm going to remove some of your old communication out of your command center. Do you want to do that today, Melissa? Do you feel that what you've been communicating is not serving you? We're no longer going to be in the Amtrak bus. The Amtrak bus is the bus that would underneath when the driver comes in and it comes grabs your luggages, right? It grabs those heavy bags, those garbage bags, unnecessary toting of holdering unnecessary baggages. What I'm here to tell you, in order for you to get in this jet plane, this private jet plane, my friend, with the charcuterie board and all the right beverages, you need a lightweight bag. Say, I'm carrying light this season. I'm traveling light this season. I'm going to carry this white weekender, and it's going to have what? What's your bag, Mary Kay, is going to have, Mary Kay lady? It's going to have the right materials. It's going to provide me the right tools, and I'm going to carry a light. It's going to be a lightweight. Are you ready to get on this private jet plane? In order to get on this private jet plane, we got to remove the identity that's been keeping you on the Amtrak. The Amtrak is not here to serve you. The Amtrak got you this far. That's okay. I'm not knocking the Amtrak. Come on, beautiful. I'm not knocking the Amtrak. The Amtrak got you this far. But guess what? In order to get to a higher altitude, in order to elevate, in order to even find yourself in a tense situation, intensive that is, you have to remove yourself from the Amtrak bus. But here's what I've learned after years. Can I tell you? Do you have about a few minutes? Let me tell you what I've learned, because what I've learned is going to be nothing but a great way to with a cup to fill your cup up, right? Say, I'm in my overflow season. Say, my cup runneth over season. I'm running over. In order for me to be running over, I have to fill myself up. So here's what I've learned after the years in career coaching, leadership development, yes, and executive recruiting. You don't consistently attract what you want. Can I be honest with you? This is a safe space. Let's go ahead and say, Ruth, come on, give me the heart so I can know you. In order for me to know that you're here with me, the hearts has to engage and acknowledge, because this 30-day identity shift challenge, we're already halfway through the mark. If you missed it for the first 14 days, the replay is already uploaded. Listen, can I tell you a secret? How many of you all want to disrupt this money glue that everybody seems to be gravitating to, but for whatever reason, it's not filling up in your cup? You're looking at your cup half empty. Put me in the comments. The bills are piling up. They're sitting there in your vanity, or they're sitting there in the foyer. Put me in the comment. I do not allow bills to hold me in captivity. In spiritual realm, they're already paid for. I want to help you unlock what you've already have within in you. So don't think for a second that you're not going to attract money. Money is your servant. I am a master to money. Money is looking for me to open up my mouth so I can have more of it. More of it in what? in large lump sums. How many of you want money in large lump sum? So no longer do you want. I make a decision. I decide. I decide that I attract large sums of money because it comes from the infinite. The infinite flows through me based on how I communicate, based on how I leverage my sentences. Are you catching this book? Nancy, you coming in. I think you're catching it, Nancy. You're catching it. So think about it. You attract who you repeatedly show yourself to be. If I show up, even if you may think that I went to Lemus Market and spent $5,000 on a three-piece suit, or perhaps just sitting here thinking that, well, Ruth already got it made. I do. I do have it made, JoJo. You are absolutely right to say that. However, you attract what you say, how you say it, and how it's being produced from your posture. So we're going to shift that. And I know you're saying, well, Ruth, how do I shift that? How do I reveal to myself that I have the secret weapons? Who wants to know? Say, put me in the comments. Put me in the comments because I want to be able to unwire this way of thinking like, man, I come from poverty, Ruth. I come from working paycheck to paycheck. I no longer see the visual that you're seeing. Yes, I'm going to let you see it today. If you say, well, what is it that I knew? I hear somebody saying, well, what is it do I need to do? Say less. Grab your pen. I do believe the power in the pen. The power, the law in blue pen. Put law in blue pen. The law in a blue pen, what it does, you start just freestyling on a paper, on a notepad, most importantly, because you want to document it. Yes. You start filling up every white and blue line on the paper with who are you becoming this week? Who are you becoming? What habits, what old habits do you need to declutter out of your self image? Are you the type that just walk out the house and don't even brush your edges back? At least put some water and spritz some mist in it so that it looks hydrated. Mist your face so you don't have to put makeup on your face if you don't want. But you can simply just put some little mist, wash your face real good, put some good palmed moisturizer so you don't look all, you get what I'm saying? Are you catching this? Think about that. What is your habits? What are the habits that are serving you and what are the ones that are not serving you? Okay? Vicky, come on in. This is the 30-day identity shift challenge. We're on day 15. Many of you all have been finding your ways, not being able to press and pivot to the next chapter or attract those contract deals. I constantly attract contract deals. I'm constantly having recruiters in my pipeline till this day and inviting me to remarkable roles, leadership roles. So check your habits. So, well, Ruth, how do I do that? How do I attract? What is it that I'm missing that I'm not getting the right type of visibility or recognition? Check your communication. How are you communicating? Yes. Do you communicate in desperation or do you communicate as I already have? I'm already her. I'm already being. I'm already that I already have that executive presence. Even though my tax bracket may not arrive there yet, but I show up as the executive leader. Are you making this part of your reality? Are you bringing this home with you? Come on in. Are you bringing this home? Are you aligning your confidence as to who you're becoming? Your identity is fixated on what you say and how you say it and how it aligns with what you are in rhythm in. I always like to say we're in this rhythm nation together, Joyce. So they're all introducing you before your resume even enters into the application tools. It's all about energy. What energy have you been carrying? I hear somebody saying, well, Ruth, because subconsciously, your subconscious records over 40 million different frameworks, pictures, images, words, thoughts. Think about it. It has a whole map, a whole motherboard of vision. So just think about it. What if you hit the reset? What if you hit the upgrade? What if you made a decision and you no longer are bound to thinking how your subconscious has already been holding many thousands of minutes of data that has kept me in bondage. Well, today's the day, Kathy, that I declare and decree in the next 48 hours, you're going to start repeating wealthy money thoughts, repeating money sentences. Say, I command. I am the command center that attracts riches to my way. I am the command center that attract promotions my way. I am the command center that attract the right partner my way. Is this good? Are you catching this? Let me see the hearts because I would love to know that you're here in the room with me, that you're present with me. Let's go ahead and pump the blood through our hearts in the screen this morning. I'm glad that you are here because here's what we're going to be talking about today. As I mentioned earlier, you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are becoming. So quit putting the title of quit repeating the same mantra. Well, I want this. I want my promotion. I want to be able to get a new house before Christmas. I want to be able to have a family. I want to be able to at least have one child before 2027 summer come back around. I want is no longer is going to be. That has never been since day one the ability or the frequency to attract who you are becoming. I want you to know this and know this to be true. And we're going to read this by go with me now so we can remove the veil. Who's ready to remove the veil? Who's ready to become more aware on how to be able, what's the secret tools, the secret weapons to be able to champion the next chapter in your life that's going to go ahead and let money follow you. Money's going to bring more besties. The moment you release money to pay your bills, it come back in 10 and compounds. It compounds the wealth. But you know why it's not compounding the wealth? Check your posture. Check how you've been communicating about money. Money don't want to be around people that complains. Money doesn't see you as an authority if you're always complaining. If you're always saying, I'm always going to be broke. Why? I just got paid and boom, the money's gone. Poo, 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 poo. You reframe your communication pattern. Quit looking at your bank account as though that's what it's going to look like the next day. If you start to really understand who you're becoming, my Shay. When you understand who you are and the tools that has already been presented to you, it's just flat. It's just dormant. It's flat. It hit. It needs to strike. It needs some more electrifying. It needs some electrolytes. That's what it is. Your body needs some electrolytes for it to be able to pump up and recognize, wait a minute, why am I still making $65,000 within the last 4 years without a raise? Wake up. Proverbs 18:16. Walk with me over there now. We're going to be reading it out loud. Read it out loud because why? Because words carry power. Say words carry power. That's why I'm going to read it out loud. Proverbs 18. Is this good? Go ahead and bombard the screen with your hearts. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to be reading out of the KJV because that's the closest to the original language. And it begins to say, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Did you catch this? A man's gift maketh room for him. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what gift do I have? What gift can I create? Or what gift that God already given me before I even entered into my mother's womb? Come on, somebody. Your gift may open door, but you need to recognize, what is my gift? How do I recognize what my gift is? Well, write it down. What is your gift? What is your gift, Adrian? Put it in the comments. Fully align with that gift. Your gift may open multitudes of doors, but your character, wisdom, leadership, your leadership identity determine what happens next. What is your leadership identity revealing these days? How are you showing up as that profound leader, as that thought leader, Eli? Come on, let's go ahead. Well, what is it that I need to learn? Do you want to be able to recognize what is it that you need to shift? Put me in the comments. It's not your job title. It's not how many job applications you have already done within the last 48 hours. It's you. You are the corporate. If someone asks me or asks you, Miss Jackie, if someone asks you, tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Or let me ask you this, would you speak in confidence? Or would you minimize your value because you probably feel like, well, I didn't get the certification as a PMP or as a cybersecurity or maybe as a IT support leader. I didn't get my whatever those ITIL certification. I want you to put in the comments when someone asks you, tell me about yourself, would you feel confident and say it with zeal? Type confidence in the comment, or I'm unsure. Put unsure if you're unsure, and that's okay. I have helped hundreds, hundreds of professionals recognize their value, recognize who they are and who they're becoming. It's not about the pivoting to the next role. It's not even about your next promotion. It's about who are you becoming? What is it about me that I need to shift? What is it about my identity that's keeping me hostage? What is it that I need to go ahead and elevate in order to extremely know that I am in the wrong room? Your identity knows when you're at a plateau. The question is, do you? Do you know? Do you know? I'm about to wrap up. Let's go ahead and get this to about 1,000 hearts because I truly believe what we come to do, what we're looking to shift, has to be done in a community standpoint. More hands on deck disrupts old patterns. And the more you open up your mouth, because I can't hear you, so you're in the comfort of your home or perhaps on your way to walking into your office. James, you need to recognize this. Come on in, and I need you to know that the moment you start bombarding the screen, it lets me know that your heart is flowing with the right blood flow. Because here's an exercise I want everyone to do. Let me know I'm ready. Say I'm ready, Ruth. Put I'm ready in the comments because your identity matters this season. Your identity is looking to be fixated no longer. It wants to evolve. It made a decision. I'm evolving. I decide to no longer carry those heavy luggages in from that Amtrak ride. I no longer want to be the one that's going to continually show up in the Amtrak station. I decide that I'm going to carry this lightweight. It's a lightweight bag season. Say this season is lightweight. It's a lightweight season because money follows me. Money is a servant to me, and really stand and anchor into that. So imagine you already are that senior manager. Imagine for a minute who in this room is desiring to already be that director. You already imagine you already own the business. That business that you're a master at, and that skill or that trade or that problem that you know how to solve remarkably well. Now answer this. How would she spend her mornings? Have you taken the time to understand, well, how would my mornings look like? Would I be taking a walk? Would I be perhaps making my own hot beverage? Imagine, what is it that your morning would be fulfilled in? Would I be sitting in a very quiet station, a quiet haven within my home where I can actually see the sunrise and just start to reflect and start giving gratitude where it's needed in my life? Are you with me, Ren? How would she spend her morning? Or would she be grabbing her phone and start scrolling? How would the future version of you be conducting her day to day mornings? Would she be studying the word? Would she be journaling? Are you catching this? Because I am here to tell you, or would she even do the opposite? With the version that you're looking to become, would she be the complainer? Would she be having a stony heart? Would she be a better preparer? Would she be a planner? Would she wait or initiate? Put in the comments, what would your future version of you be doing? How would they be showing up? How would she be showing up? You are no longer having to keep yourself in a pattern that was not no longer serving you. It's no longer being part of who you are because you have now become aware that in order for me to get to the next promotion, I have to become a different shell. I have to conform in a different way of being. Is this good? That's what you call an identity alignment. When you now become aware and you're consciously making a shift. There was a point in my life where I thought getting another certification would finally make me feel ready, right? You know, I would maybe make more money. Then I earned it. I earned that title because I went back and got the training for it. And I still questioned myself. That's when I realized confidence wasn't missing because of information. It was missing because I hadn't fully embraced the leader God was shaping me to become. Is that you, Doug? Come on, Rosemary. I think you're gravitating to this. My growth accelerated when I stopped asking, okay, what else do I need? I started asking, how can I faithfully steward what I've already been given? Is that you? Let's keep this simple. You already have the master key to the vault. Your communication is the currency that you're needing to operate in order to manifest the wealth and the riches that comes with it. Are you catching this? Your identity is not going to be no longer in prison because the command center that you have access to is not being leveraged. Your promotion, who would see themselves walking into a promotion if you don't know that your command center is waiting for you to command in the higher heights? What is it that you desire? Who's willing to shift and turn over the plates? Jack, we have to recognize that whatever this is that you're operating in is not serving you. You have to become aware and be like, man, I've been applying to about 75 applications and maybe got 3 responses. And out of those 3 responses, only one recruiter came back to me. Why is that? What is it that I'm doing? I know I'm well qualified. In fact, I'm thinking I know I'm overqualified. Again, the subconscious, your unconscious, while you sleep, that is, the motherboard has housed so much data for over 40 million different thoughts and programs and thoughts and frames and images, rolling dice. Just think about it. It's just a rolling deck of all this data that's been already consumed in you. And your conscious is only taking maybe a fingernail out of that whole vault of information that your subconscious have accumulated through time. But the question you want to ask yourself is, Ruth, how do I remove it? How do I set an upgrade? Because obviously my motherboard is outdated. It's still thinking like my old version, and I know my old version is not serving me. Put me in the comments. Is that you, Sheila? Who wants to keep it simple? Who don't want to be feeling like you got to sit behind you got to go ahead and meditate for about 3 hours in order to see a shift? You don't have to do that, but it does take work. It does take work, but you don't have to take an hour even. The more you picture yourself leading well, the more you find yourself wearing that three-piece suit. In fact, go buy one if you don't have one. Make wise decisions. Check your proximity. Who do you have in your circle? Who is it that you find always keep calling you on the phone that is not talking, that's not speaking life, but they're speaking straight up just someone else's garbage? They're constantly in your radar. So you have to ask yourself, am I showing up consistently? Because even if you put 15 minutes to the side, that's all it is. Even if you put 15 minutes to the side, go ahead and put some heart so I can know that your heart is radiating and it's connecting with what's coming out of my mouth, because your mouth is the command center. According to Psalm 118:10, open up your mouth wide open so I can fill it up. I'm the one that took you out of Egypt. I'm the one that took you out of the ghetto. I'm the one that transitioned you to get you to higher heights. Thank you for the love. I'm the one that kept you in a safe space when everyone around you was in chaotic mindset. They were in a fight or flight mode. When I want you in rest and digest. Rest and digest equals peace. And in order for your identity to shift, you have to recognize what is disrupting your blessing, what is keeping you, holding you, or removing you from not attracting the right promotions. Because even if you apply to 5 jobs after this live, 5 job applications, I declare and decree that one, at least one, would say, hey, I just got your application. Do you have some time today or tomorrow or later on this week to chat for about 30 minutes? You have that power. The power is within you. You got to make a decision of whether or not, if I see myself of who I'm becoming, that leader, that senior manager, you don't have to go back and get that degree. You no longer have to see yourself having to fight and try and try. Well, I'm trying, Ruth. I'm trying. I hear somebody say, well, Ruth, I already have my degrees. I already have my master's. I already have the certifications. I went back and got my cyber security or my AI certification, and I still am not getting the right attraction. What what is it I'm doing wrong? I'm glad you asked. Over time, those repeated thoughts that you kept saying, what's going on? What's going on? Those repeated thoughts and actions begin to feel natural instead of uncomfortable. You start thinking, well, I guess I'm not qualified. I guess I'm just going to have to go back and continue being that call center manager, when I know I can do more logistics, I can lead, I can make sure that things are qualified to be ready to go for uh, what they call audit. I could be a really great audit leader. You keep doing the same thing over and over, and it became comfortable instead of uncomfortable. I don't know about you, but at the moment I decide that I no longer can tame this type of level of attraction, that I have to dissolve that version of me. I no longer can carry that version of me, because the version of me is taxing. But here's how you let go. Say, what do I do to let go of the old version, the old identity? Put me in a comment if you want to know, what is it that I need to practice? First, this is what you need to do. Let me know by hitting the hearts. Let me know by hitting the hearts. Let's get it to 1,000 hearts so I can rate. I want to give you the tools. I'm trying to give you the secret. Do you like to know? Let's go ahead and get it to 1,000 hearts. 1,000 hearts will give you the secret code. Give you the secret code of removing the old identity. And you can do this within, like I said, in the next 5 minutes. Because I truly do want you to open up and let him go and let her go. Let that old part of you go. Let me know by hitting 1,000 hearts, because we're going to practice this. Because you're no longer going to repeat the same old version of you. You're no longer going to continue to find yourself dragging this luggage. The old version of you kept dragging the luggage to get into the Amtrak bus. The Amtrak bus can only travel but so far. Why are you constantly in the same loop of getting back on that bus? Because it's familiar. It's familiar territory. It should be very uncomfortable to carry about 3 luggages for that driver to go drag it underneath the bus when all you needed was a lightweight weekender. That's all you need to get on this jet plane. The jet plane do not carry heavy luggages. Just so you know, as a disclaimer, in order to get to your next promotion, you don't need to do 1,000 applications. You don't even need to do 100 applications. As a matter of fact, I hear someone say, "Well, do I have to at least do 50?" No, you don't even need to do 50. You don't. I promise you, you don't. But you do have to put some work in. Well, what is the work that I need to do? First, you got to remove the old version of you. The old version of you is the one that kept doing about the 50, the 100, the 200 applications. We got to remove the old version of you. Let's get this to 1,000 hearts. Come on, somebody. Let's get this to 1,000 hearts, because this is the 30-day identity shift as I'm wrapping up. But I'm going to give you guys at least a good 20 more minutes if you champion this to 1,000 hearts. Go ahead and share it to about 10 beautiful more people, because I want you to know the secret pattern. I want you to know that the secret tools, because you're not going to go back and stand in line and get ready to get on that Amtrak. I refuse for you to be on this live with me and thinking that, well, I might as well just go back to the old way of being. At least the Amtrak took me to my next destination. What destination did it took you to? The next day, the next destination of paycheck to paycheck, the next destination of just rejection after rejection in relationship, the next destination of picking Peter instead of going with Paul, or picking up Jackie instead of going with Deborah. What next destination are you wanting the Amtrak to take you to? Well, we're needing to get on the private jet. The private jet is not meant for the elite only. Let me preface that. The private jet is designed for you. Mark, is designed for you, Javon. It is designed for you. The question you want to ask yourself is, do you know what you need, what is it that it takes to get you to the private jet? You understand? Let's get it up there to about 1,000 hearts. One person can get to 1,000 hearts. Just imagine a room of 5. Just imagine a room of 50. I already had about 500 of you all in here. 1,000 could be done in less than 60 seconds. Let's disrupt, because the Father that I serve says, I'm ready to disrupt your identity. I no longer want you to show up into heavenly gates with that version of you. The Father is even saying, well, look, baby girl, I love you. I love you, Sylvia. But for you to come up, for me to hear your voice, I remember a time when the Father said, if you're wanting to hear my voice, I need to hear you in a sobriety mindset. You must be sober, meaning you have to relinquish any kind of control of hard habits that has been holding you, slumbering you, keeping you in a pigeonhole, and it has not allowed you to see sight of what you can actually become and who you can actually turn out to be. Oh my gosh. Sobriety is the key. But in order to be in sobriety mode, guess what? You have to put aside 15 minutes to do this one simple exercise. Who's ready to do that? Who's ready to dissolve that version of you? And I don't want you to have her to kick rocks. This is not the live that's going to downgrade a version of you that got you this far. We're going to celebrate her. We're going to thank her. We're going to love on her, right? Think about it like this. When you were in high school, for those who accomplished that milestone, think about it when you were in high school, or maybe in college, before the dean of academics decided to give you that diploma. You were excited, you was full of love and zeal, and you saw your family in the audience cheering you on, had their big old billboards and the whole festivities, you name it. They had all of that, and you felt so great. Think of you as the dean. You're the dean of academics, speaking to the old version of you, that version who graduated, who passed the line, who hit that milestone. You now give her her diploma. You give him his diploma. Said, you made it. Congratulations. You made it to the finish line. You have, you thank you for successfully passing those classes. Thank you for successfully staying up late night, praying and fasting and making sure you did those reports or those summaries or those dispositions. Thank you. Now, in order for you to get to the next level, you have to go ahead and just graduate. Just think of yourself allowing yourself to give that person a graduation diploma. That old version of you got you here. Thank you so much. Here's your diploma. You have successfully got me here. But in order for me to go ahead and catalyst and catapult to the next level, boo, you can't take me, but I love you. I love that you brought me here. We graduated. You got the diploma. You got me here. Thank you. Thank you. That is what you do. You thank the old version of you and allow her to rest. She don't have to be an overwhelmed, like, I don't know what to do next, Ruth. That's okay. You don't have to know what to do next because your bus stopped here. All you knew was getting on the Amtrak. Now I got to go ahead and tilt my cup over because my cup is now overflow to get me to the private jet. The private jet is what's going to get me to the next altitude. So guess what? I have to now emerge into who I am becoming. The version of me that got me to get my diploma, because I'm giving you your diploma, I'm giving you your flowers. Give the old version of you her flowers now. Give the old version of you their flowers now. Say, is that you? Say, that's me in the comments. I'm giving you your flowers now. Thank you for the hearts. Let's go ahead and get it to 1,000. We're almost there because here's the truth. Once you have the secret tools on identity shifting, the moment you start to greatly break the chains, take a full grip of your identity and recognize your value, recognize that you are the command center. The moment you open up your mouth wide open so that the Father cannot just only fill it up, you get to see the evidence of the fruits of your labor. Your mindset starts to shift. The way you communicate starts to shift. The way you start appearing starts to shift. Come on, somebody. The way you groom starts to shift. You take care of your skin. Your skin is delicate. You spend time and go do facials or whatever. You can do your own facial. Just buy the kit. Because now you're in the plane because we got to be lightweight. It's a lightweight travel to the next level. It's a light. Don't let people think that, oh, the more problems, listen, that's a fallacy. That is a myth. The Father said, I came so that you may have life and have life more abundantly. Contract deals follows me. Money follows me. And when I do pay my bills, it goes back. It comes back with 10,000 more friends. Money loves to be around me. Money is attractable to me. Me and money have a great relationship, Stacy. That's why practicing how you treat your money is how you treat yourself, how your identity starts to elevate and start thinking, thank you, Amtrak, for taking me to my destinations. But the Amtrak was limited on taking you to higher heights. Where do you see any Amtraks in the sky, in any airline or any private jet airports? Can I get some help? I'm not getting any help. So let's get to 1,000. Can I get some help? Do you see where I'm going with this? Put me in the comment if you now want to train your version of you, the identity that you're looking to go ahead and create. If you're looking, say, put me in the comments that I'm looking to train a version of me that is looking to no longer be part of the chain line of no longer settling for less. Because in order for you to get to that senior manager role, in order for you to attract that right woman, that right partner, you have to look from within and check yourself. What am I shifting today? Am I shifting my wardrobe? Am I shifting how I show up? Am I shifting how I groom myself? Maybe I have a big old afro, which is beautiful. Beautiful. How are you grooming that afro?
How are you grooming your hair? How are you grooming your nails? Presentation matters. You're training yourself to lead before someone else gives you permission. I shouldn't have to. Listen, when you get a recruiter, which you will, because the recruiter is going to call you, I declare and decree it, you only have to apply to about 5, no more than 10 applications this week. That's it. You're going to do it strategically. Put strategy in there. Say, what's the strategy, Ruth? Put strategy in the comments. Until we get to 1,000, I'm going to give you the secret tool on how to shift your identity, how to remove the old version of you. What is it that I need to do to become this version of me that I now can see myself as that executive presence, that leader? Because for me, I remember a time back in 2015. Oh no, I stand corrected. 2017. And that was not too far long ago. 2017. I was working for a really reputable med spa company in their corporate HR here in the corporate HR. I would sit for at least 30 minutes in the parking garage, have my sister on the phone, crocodile tears crying before I even walked in. I was in the parking garage, crying my eyeballs out. I don't have the strength to come in here. 7:30 in the morning, I'd already dropped my kids off to their school. And I'm crying in tears and grief. I have to go back. I have to come into this building. Because the people in there for whatever reason, gave them my power. I gave my team members my power. They look at me side-eye. They'll be like, who she thinks she is? She's not better than me. How is she getting paid more than me? This is what I was getting. So I know that the Father that I serve, I say, Father, you love me so much. Why am I feeling like I'm being ridiculed? Why am I feeling like I'm being looked down on? When I thought I did the right things. Every week I show up. But for whatever reason, the problem is, are you solving that leadership problem that they can't ignore? I was coming in doing my work, but for whatever reason, my peers didn't recognize that I was solving the leadership's problems. I didn't know at the time that I was a good problem solver. And it was lightweight for me. So my leaders recognized it and gave me the highest pay. The question changed everything when I realized that I'm solving the senior director's problem. So why are you coming after me? Figure out how to solve the problem too. Figure out how to solve the problem too. Why are you chasing me? So the question changed everything. I began to start strategically running the projects, even including the firecracker heads into the projects that kept murmuring and complaining about who she thinks she is. I started asking thoughtful questions in the meetings. I stopped acting like an employee and waiting to be picked, and started acting like a leader preparing to serve. You see the difference? You see the difference? Let me know, Michael, if you see the difference. You see the shift? Don't dim the light on yourself because of somebody hating. He said, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Did you catch that? I would prepare. So the Father prepared a table before me while I was in there serving, becoming that leader in the meeting rooms, becoming that leader serving in the conference room. So guess what? I will be rewarded. He rewarded me. He said, my shaft. He sent his shaft to protect me. What is a shaft? I really didn't know. He said, my staff. Excuse me. Let's go to the word, because I'm saying here I don't want to feel, who wants to hear it? Because sometimes we have the secret puzzles. Psalm 23, Uncle King David knew what he was saying. The question is whether or not if you picked it up the first 300 times that you probably read it, or maybe the first time. Listen, let me go there with you now. Psalm 23. I believe it's Psalm 23, verse 5. Okay, wait a minute. Psalm 23. Is this good? Are you picking this up? Because I need you to pick it up. Say, I'm picking this up, Ruth. I'm picking it up. Not only I'm picking it, I'm going to use it. He says, Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoints my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. That is my favorite verse. Psalm 23, verse 5. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So what's beginning to happen here? You start to see a disruption, right? The moment you understand who you are and who you're becoming, the people around you doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be your compadres, that they're going to be your cheerleaders. In other words, he said, he'll prepare a table before your promotion. He will prepare a table before your marriage. He will prepare a table before your business launch. He will prepare a table before you start becoming her. He will prepare a table before. So don't you think the same God that said he would prepare a table before your enemy is not the same Father today? So open up your mouth. Your mouth is your ammunition. Your words that come out of your mouth is the ammunition to your next promotion. The words that are coming out of your mouth is your ammunition to your tight and right partner. She's tight and she's right. She carries all the qualities and all the attributes that you've been looking for. I am her. Say, I am her, Nicole. I am that powerhouse. When are you going to start asking yourself the right questions? Do you understand? When are you going to start stepping into a leadership opportunity? When you start shifting your identity? Because once you align your actions with the leader you're becoming, oh my gosh, your atmosphere starts to change. Your atmosphere starts to be in rhythm with you. It starts to say, your wish is my command. So let's do something. I want to do some coaching. Who said put coaching in the comments? Say, you're teaching good, Ruth. You're teaching good. I want you to complete this sentence. This is an activity that I want you to participate in, and it's simply just to help serve you. Is that all right? Is that all right? So put in the comments, the future version of me would, and I promise I'll give you some examples. The future version of me would be more giving, or the future version of me would think more strategic. The future version of me will be more proactive than reactive. The future of me set boundaries and hold on to them. Don't break them. The future version of me not only set boundaries, but set healthy boundaries. You see the difference? You see the difference, Timothy? Is this good? Bernice, let me know you're with me by hitting the heart so I can know that you're in the room and you're taking this day 15 out of our 30-day identity shift seriously. Because we gotta remove the old pattern. That behavior pattern only got you to this point of your career. It only got you to this point of getting those contract deals. It only got you this point. So now you're wanting to double. You want to compound it. You want to be able to release. What is it that's holding you back? So the question you want to ask yourself is, what's one habit you would stop right now? Put it in the comments. What is one habit you are willing to stop? Maybe stop complaining. Stop thinking that you're not enough. Stop thinking that nobody recognizes me. No one doesn't see me. Stop thinking that. Put it in the comments. What is one habit? What is one habit? What is one habit that you're willing to stop? That you would stop? No questions asked. Can I ask you another one? What's one conversation that you would start this week? What type of conversation you're willing to start this week? Are you going to come out your shell and go to like a Hilton hotel or a Marriott hotel and go and wine dine yourself in their restaurant? Nothing wrong with Applebee's or Chili's. Nothing wrong with that. But this is talking about your identity shift. The version of you're like, Ruth, I can't spend $100 on a bill, let alone go treat myself of $100 trip. I hear somebody saying for dinner. Yes, get yourself back focused. Treating yourself. How about, I hear somebody saying, well, maybe I could just take $10 out of every pay, or $20 out of every pay. Once you get to that $100, or maybe sell some of the stuff out of your garage. You don't want it anyway. Put it on the Books of Faces marketplace. Are you with me? What's one conversation you're willing to start? Put that in the conversation. Put that in the comments. Because your identity, in order for your career to grow, you got to start growing first from within. You can't imagine what if you started growing? You start being more focused. You started taking 3 particular items that you're going to solve this week. Whether it's reorganizing your room, that's the first starter. Go back in your room, in your closet, and see, is it well organized? Because energy goes where energy flows. Is your room organized enough? Can you walk into your closet without stepping over anything? Can you walk in there and you're not seeing laundry all over the place? Or you're not seeing your clothes organized and hanged up really nice and neat? Or reorganize your bedroom. Reorganize your home office. What's one fear you would release? Let me know. What's one fear you would release? Because if you take $100 and you save $10 bills, just $10 bills, that's all it is. 10 or 100 $1 bills, however you want to do it. My sister has a habit where she has a coffee mug. It's her She Money mug. She puts it in her master bedroom. And anytime she gets $20 or $10, just loose money went in her bag when she's going maybe to the grocery store or to go pick up some whatever items, she has a coffee mug. Maybe create a coffee mug or a shoe box. I use a box. I use a old Gucci wallet box. I open it up and I put my bills in there. So just make that. You don't have to. You can put it in a bank account if you have a savings for times like this, and then go sit and wine and dine yourself at a high, maybe not a high, but I would say high, at a high class restaurant, a 5-star restaurant. And you don't have to go spend $5,000 on an attire. Wear a nice button up, collar is sharp. The collar is nicely put together. Come on, somebody. You're nicely neat and ironed. You got a dress, maybe a nice blouse, a white blouse, a nice sky blue blouse, button up with nice light jewelry, a nice beat face, just very natural. It doesn't have to be all masqueraded or too dramatic, right? And serve yourself with a nice chiseled sparkling wine or champagne. And be around the other environment is where I'm getting at. Your identity has to connect with someone higher. The old version of you would just went into the hole in the wall. Nothing wrong with the hole in the wall, because I love me some good soul food, Caribbean dishes, and that's where you find them, in the hole in the wall. Sorry, forgive me. But this is to treat you so you can start raising your vibration and getting on this plane, this private jet with your lightweight. You're going to sit there, you're going to eat, you're going to take your time and eat, because you know it's expensive. So you're not going to just gulp it like the soul food dish. You're going to take your time and reflect and eat every part of that ribeye steak. You're going to cut it. It's going to be like lightly pink in the inside. Yes. Are you with me? That's what you're going to do. You're going to treat yourself. And when you're done eating, you're going to sit around by the cabanas outside and watch the sun. You with me? Watch the sunset. But why do I got to do it by myself? Do it by yourself first. You came in the world by yourself. Who? Do it by yourself. Some people might not believe you went out and dined by yourself. Yes, I did. And it was great. And it felt great. It felt remarkable. I talk to myself. You reflect every bite of that ribeye steak. You start reflecting how good the goodness and mercy follows me all the days of my life. Let's talk about networking, because when you're in these fine dining places, that's where they network. How many of you are reaching out to recruiters when you're doing your job search? How many of you have a pipeline of recruiters that you can speed dial if you wanted to? Wanda, put me in the comments. How many of you maybe have reached out to hiring managers on LinkedIn or any social media platform? How many of you all reached out to business owners? Put me in the comments. Put me so I can know, or at least hit the hearts. Let's get it to about 2,500 hearts. 2,500 hearts. Come on, people. I need to know that you're here with me, Rochelle. I know that Cornisha, you've been probably thinking and pondering, you know, do I have a list of recruiters that I can reach out to? But yet I'm applying to 25 applications in 2 hours. Do you have connection with any of the recruiters from those 25 applications? Are you with me? But secretly hoping they'll rescue you. And then that's another thing. When you're looking to connect with these hiring teams, remove in the back of your head any inklet of a sign of desperation. You're coming in as an executive already in the inbox. You're coming in with the communication as a command center, because you already commanded the room before you even entered the room, because you've already put the mantra of words of what you've already going to be indicating in the inbox. I've helped thousands indirectly, hundreds directly, on how to communicate before your presence even hit the inbox. No longer are you thinking about this recruiter going to rescue you. She's going to be your saving grace. No, boo-boo. That recruiter is not set to be your saving grace. You are the one that's coming in with the solution to their problem. Say, hey, I see that you have posted a role on LinkedIn. I saw your post, or I saw it came across my desk that you're looking for a senior director in operations. Was trying to see if there's a way I can help support you. I know that type of role can be very complex and very demanding. Do you have about 5 minutes to chat? If not, continue having a great day. You're not chasing nobody. You see how this is helpful? Is this helpful? Tap the screen. Let me know. You got to think outside the box. You got to think strategically, as if they were sitting with you at the Marriott Hotel restaurant. You're gonna sound like desperation, or you're gonna sound like divine. I think you're gonna go with the latter, right? So I want you to think about this, Renee. What if your next networking conversation wasn't about asking for an opportunity, David? You're coming in as as a leader who has servant leadership skills. You're coming in as, hey, what's been challenging you this week as you maybe been recruiting for that particular role? What has been the number one challenge? Has there been any challenges yet on fulfilling that role this week? Oh man, Ruth, I'm glad you asked, girl. I got maybe only 50 candidates in there, but none of them really qualified. They had some good skills, and they had some good, I could see how the manager might maybe talk to 2 of them, but it's been a challenge. Oh, well, what is it that the hiring manager is looking for? What is the top 3 key priorities are they looking for them to really dive into? Well, they're looking for them to fully be not just an operator and leader, but they want to be able to know that they can train a team, if they can forecast and know how to really pipeline on processes and standards, and be able to communicate and present this to leadership, executive leaders. Oh, okay. Is that what you're looking for? Um, you know, do you have a minute or two? I can share with you how some of that can definitely be an opportunity for me to address that with you. It don't have to be now. We pull out your calendar. Let me. You have a moment to pull out your calendar. Okay. Uh, I'm happy to share some of my availability. I have. Okay, good, good. I either have later on this afternoon between 3 and 5 p.m., or better yet, I'm not available tomorrow, but I can be available the following day in the morning at 10 a.m., between 10 and 12. Would either one of them work for you? You see where I'm going with this? Not, oh man, I've been in the job market for 3 years and I can't find a job. And I saw your senior director operations role. Oh man, I would love to listen. Is there a way you can push me through so I can talk to the manager? That's desperation. How many of you all want to manifest wealth when it comes to your promotion, or manifest wealth when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your partnership, your stewardship, and even your career growth? What is it that you feel that's keeping you from pivoting to your career growth or even manifesting wealth? Oh my gosh. Put in the comments. What is the number one thing that's holding you, that's keeping you from getting a career growth or the money wealth that you're looking to produce for your legacy? Once you know how valuable you are, once you know the problems you can solve for that organization, but before you can do that, you have to shift your mind. You have to become a new version of you. That's executive presence. The way I gave you that scenario, you may want to hit the replay, go back and hit the replay. It's going to be on the link in the bio, and you can catch up with the last prior days as well. Leaders don't only ask, they also say, what can I receive from this? How does this networking engagement benefit me? What can I receive from this? I'm not here to try to chase and grab off of their plate, but what can I receive from this? How is this interaction benefiting me? When I go to a networking event, how is it benefiting me if I go in the room and I scan the room? But before I even get in the room, I already know my game plan. I already know what I should ask and what not to ask. So the moment they start asking you, because when you go in the room, you should be already have your ammunition, your position already, and you're filled with the right ammunition, which is your words, how you communicate. Your ammunition is already filled up. I'm already filled up. Because the moment they start asking, the recruiters, that is, the hiring leaders, that is, what problem can you solve, Ching? What problems can you solve, Samantha? I'm curious to know, what problems can you solve as that senior director operation leader? The moment you start opening up your mouth, I wish I had enough time to maximize on how to be able to articulate that. But before you know how to do that, you already have to emerge and embody what would life look like in being that senior director of operations. Then your identity starts to shift. Everything starts to change. How you show up, how you even walk into your house. If things are out of place, as an operator, as an operation leader, you're going to want to go ahead and set standards in your own establishment, in your own sweet haven. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you grabbing what I'm putting out there? Say, I'm grabbing this. This was meant for me. Say, this is for me in the comments. Say, this is for me in the comments. I got to go. Go with me as we wrap up and close. Colossians 3:23. This book is so amazing. This is our Uncle Paul talking to the Colossians. Go to Colossians 3:23. Is this good? Tell me this is good by hitting the hearts. Colossians 3:23 as we wrap up. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not unto men. And whatsoever ye do, do it heartily as to the Lord. That is how an executive leadership operates. Preparation is stewardship. So you got to prepare before you walk into these boardrooms, walk into these network rooms, because they're going to drop the question. But if you're not prepared and removing the old behavior pattern, you're going to sound like you're walking on eggshells. They're going to feel and sense the fear in you because you brought it in the room. The fear, you should leave the fear out in the door. Whatever fear that is, you should have already had dissolved her. She's no longer part of your reality. You're going to walk in there and you're going to be able to answer that question with confidence. You're going to have your 60-second elevator pitch. For those who are looking for help, just put me in the comments. I need guidance, Ruth. I need to shift how I communicate. I need to shift how I show up. I like to see who is this version of me. Who is this Zion woman? Who is this thought leader? I don't even know who she is. If that is you, put me in the comments. Because the opportunities you're praying for isn't just looking for experience. Those recruiters that's in my inbox is not just looking for experience leaders. It's looking for readiness. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Put me in the comments if you want to be ready. Put me in the comments if that's you. You want to be ready for your next higher end position, your purpose. You want to attract contract deals in your business. So you have to be ready. Say, it's looking like readiness for me season. This is my readiness season. Every interview, every networking conversation, every meeting, every introduction is asking one silent question. Butch, do you want to know? Do you know? What is the question? Type in, what is the question? Or give me the hearts. Let me know you're in the room. Let me know your heart is still here as I wrap up. And we're wrapping it up on the 30-day identity shift challenge. We're now on day 15. And the the topic for today was on week 3 was on the identity alignment. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you are becoming. You attract who you are becoming. So when you're looking readiness, what looking readiness mean? After every meeting, every introduction, is asking that. Remember that I said that one silent question. Are you ready? Say, I'm ready to know what that one silent question. Can this person carry what's next for our organization? Can this person carry what's next? Are you able to carry what's next, Johnny? Become the answer before the opportunity arrived. I became the answer before the opportunity even came knocking on my inbox doors. I became the answer before a man decides to say, hey, I would love to see you as my long-term partner. I became the answer to their problem. The question you want to ask yourself is, what are you solving? What can I solve? Become the answer before you apply for the next 10 applications this week. Are you with me? Is this good? Are you catching this? Are you catching this? Let me know if this is good by tapping the screen. Let's get it to about 3,500 hearts. Let's get it to 30. All of these people in this room, we can get it to 3,500 hearts. Gregory, the identity shift is designed for people like you to remove the veil so you can pivot in your career, pivot in order in your business, most importantly in your relationship and knowing who you are. Let me know you're here. Are you breathing? Let me know that your blood cells and your white cells are all in alignment, because it's all about who you're becoming. And your blood cells, they listen. Think it not being awkward when your white blood cells and your red blood cells are all in alignment with your command center. You're communicating better. You're showing up with great grace. You're allowing grace to remove the friction because you're opening up your mouth and know the right words to say. Your sentences fills up your salary for you. The sentences make room for your salary increase because you know how to use the sentences on how to solve their problem by presenting the right sentences to their solution. Are you catching this, Donnie? So become the answer before you even go into the interview. Become the answer before you even go into that relationship. Become the answer before you even go into that date. Become the answer. Y'all go in there looking fly as I don't know what, looking amazing and sharp and looking like $1 million, right? But the moment they start asking you questions, you freeze. You're like, you just start to just rumble and not even say the right words. And they're looking at you like, why are you here? And that's not an insult. That's to waken you up. What is it that you want to do? What problems can you solve? Let's do some homework. Okay, I'm going to leave you all with some homework because I got to run. Put in your homework assignment, the leader I'm becoming. The leader I'm becoming, Ziomi. Because I know you want to become that sharp leader, that leader that stops everybody's conversation the moment you come into the room because your presence, your aroma alone is powerful. It's powerful. Say, I'm powerful. I am walking into a room of riches. Riches is in rhythm with me. Money is in rhythm with me. Wealth. I am wealth. I am remarkably filling my cup up is a lightweight for me. My cup runneth over because of the command center. The command center is your words, your ammunition. How you show up with the answer to these organizations' problems is how your bank account starts to accumulate more commas. And it's lightweight. The moment you know and discover who you are in this season. So, homework assignment, the leader I'm becoming. Write these questions down. Go back and hit the replay. If I talk too fast, it will be uploaded in one of the descriptions. Link is already in the bio. Like and subscribe and share and follow if you find this to be a tool to help you transform and start building that esteem and getting you to posture yourself correctly, because the old version of you've already gave her diploma. She's graduated and got to the college part. Now it's time for you to get to the upper part, the upper room in your graduation. Yes? What habits define her? What habits define her? Write that down. Or define him. How does she communicate? And you could put he if you're the opposite. What books is she reading? What boundaries does she protect? What relationships does she cultivate? What problems does she solve? We talked about that today all throughout the live. Then choose one habit to practice tomorrow. Choose one habit to practice tomorrow. Not 5, just one. Just one, Javon. Just pick one habit to practice tomorrow. I want you all to repeat after me. I'm a firm believer when you use your command center in the right way, it starts to shift the atmosphere before you even get there. Before you even open up your email inbox, you already have 3 invites from an interview. Before I even open up my inbox, I'm going to see contract deals. I'm going to see leaders and executive search hunters, job hunters coming for me for an opportunity because they see my presence don't even show up yet. It's showing up before me. Are you with me? Meditation is powerful. Repeat after me. I no longer wait for permission. I prepare with purpose. I lead before the title. I communicate with confidence. I serve with excellence. I trust God's process. I trust God's preparation. I am becoming the leader my future requires. Yes, beautiful people. Tomorrow we're going to talk about something that silently determines whether people trust you. Can I trust you, Javon? Whether people trust you before they even know you. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be your habits reveal your identity. That's why I said pick one habit that you're going to work on for tomorrow. Because long before people hear your vision, they observe your consistency. How you show up matters. How you come into the room matters. How you even open up your mouth matters. So until tomorrow, remember this: you don't become a leader the day you receive the title. No, ma'am. No, sir. You become the leader the day your daily what? Choices begin reflecting the person you're called to be. Ooh, is this good? This is good, good. Put good, good. I'll see you for day 16. And know this and know this to be true. You are forever guided by light in me as your coach, Ruth. And know this, that you're forever loved. I love you. And remember this, God loves you. Until next time, beautiful people.